Two male church pastors from Uganda accused each other of making a female choir pianist pregnant. The two male pastors, one was named KALENDE and the other one was named Julius. The two were loved and respected because of their life-changing sermons. However, in 2019, the two pastors decided they were going to practice their sermons before they preached the following week or even the following day. And the two pastors preferred remaining with a female pianist known as Serena. And Serena had no issue serving the Lord with these two pastors. They will practice the sermons deep and late into the night. But one day, something happened to Serena. She missed her periods. And one day, Serena woke up vomiting and moodless, so she rushed to the hospital and various tests were done to Serena. Then the doctor came back with the results. She was not sick, but she was pregnant. She went home, cried, and she decided that she was going to hide the pregnancy from everyone. However, after 5 months, the pregnancy was visible and each and every church member knew Serena was pregnant. And the church members suspected the two pastors who were remaining behind with her, practicing dead into the night. One of the church members who was practicing or who was remaining behind with Serena was also planning a church wedding. And this pastor invited Serena to the wedding. Serena accepted the invite, and after 9 months, Serena gave birth to a very beautiful child. But the father was not in hospital to name the child. Serena tried to call the father of the child, but the father was busy, and at some point, the father was not picking the calls of Serena. And due to this neglect from the father, Serena decided to come clean because she wanted her child to be named by her father. And one day, during a church sermon, Serena decided to come clean in front of all the church elders and the church members. Serena took the microphone and told the people who were in attendance that day that the father of the child was Pastor KALENDE. And the church did not believe their ears. Drama erupted that day, and Pastor KALENDE, who was in attendance that day, took the microphone from Serena and told the church members and the church elders that Serena and Pastor Julius had planned to tarnish his name because in a week's time, Pastor KALENDE was going to have a wedding, and Pastor Julius was not happy because Pastor KALENDE was going to marry in a week's time. So he believes that Pastor Julius had teamed up with Serena to tarnish his name and to stop his wedding. Pastor KALENDE finished by saying that he is actually a virgin and he doesn't know even how a naked woman looks like. He was waiting for his honeymoon to see how a naked woman looks like. And he finally finished by saying that Pastor Julius knows the real father of the child. He then dropped the microphone and left the church immediately. The choir pianist, Serena, took the microphone and told the church elders and the members present that she was ready to prove that Pastor KALENDE was indeed the father of her child. She was willing to do a DNA. And if the results came out noting otherwise, that is, Pastor KALENDE is not the father of her child, then Serena was willing to go to prison. The church members, including the church leaders, volunteered to pay for the DNA results, and a DNA was done between the three members of the church, who are Julius, the pastor being accused by KALENDE, Serena, the mother of the child, and KALENDE, the man who is being accused by Serena as the father of the child. So, 3 days to KALENDE's wedding, the DNA results came out, and the results confirmed that KALENDE was indeed the father of Serena's child. Pastor KALENDE insisted that he was still a virgin and he did not accept results, so he got his own doctor who did the DNA tests, and after 1 day, the results came out and they confirmed that indeed KALENDE was the father of Serena's child. Then a day to Pastor KALENDE's wedding, he decided to come out and he accepted that he is not a virgin and that he was the one responsible of fertilizing Serena's egg that led to Serena's pregnancy. Pastor KALENDE went ahead and named his child. And about the wedding continued as planned. Pastor KALENDE married another pastor's daughter known as Sanyu. The day of the wedding came and Pastor KALENDE and Sanyu got married. However, their wedding was very tightly secured with police officers around the church compound. However, they exchanged vows and they promised each other that they will never part, but until death do them part. Some of Ugandan citizens were not happy with this wedding because Pastor KALENDE had impregnated a 23-year-old girl, then dumped her for another woman. They had planned to disrupt the wedding, but because of the tight security, the wedding went on anyway. Pastor KALENDE is still preaching the word of the Lord, and Serena is still taking care of her child with little and sometimes no support from Pastor KALENDE. You over there, just subscribe, like and share. Tell me the name of your church, and has a scandal like this ever happened in your church? Tell me in the comment section the name of your church and the scandal you have ever had in your church. Until next time, bye bye.